Alright, I know I'm a little tardy to the party, but I just saw Bob Marley One Love, and now it's time to share my thoughts and opinions on the movie. I have to say that this movie was rather interesting. I watched the trailers, and I wasn't super eager about it, but I was still, willing to check it out, and I finally got around to it. As the movie entered free ticket mode, I was able to see it, and I decided to check it out. So, let's get into it. So, the story is where I'm a little still confused about. It appears to be following his journey through trying to unite Jamaica through this warring period. And it seems that it starts there and it ends there at the same time. So, it starts with his first attempt and then it ends with the second attempt at unifying Jamaica, which is interesting, although it did leave me and a good chunk of my friends rather confused on how this story was going to play out. And I do have to say that it's just confusing to just be thrust into the latter stages with flashbacks happening so periodically and really causing even more confusion on what is happening in the story. And I do have to say that this story is very messy in its execution, making it a hard time to fully understand and comprehend what is going on in the movie. So I'll have to give the story just a hot pocket score there. Cinematics, it was pretty well shot. I really like the visuals, aesthetics of it all. The music is phenomenal, as it is Bob Marley's music, but it's just awkward to watch as it's weirdly paced and weirdly put together as a film. So I'll give it a hand grenade score for cinematics, though, because, again, visuals, music, all that, great. Directing, I do have a question on the director and seeing what was their thought process. I think director and editor maybe got together and did not really understand. I don't know. I'm just confused on the direction of this film. There are just flashbacks that are just ham-fisted in there, and they just lost me. I never really noticed why the flashback was happening, but it just happened, and it caused just, major confusion in what was going on screen. But, when it was continuing a linear story, it was really interesting, but it kept going back in time more than Tenet, and it was really hard. I had an easier time understanding Tenet than this movie, and Tenet, you could probably watch the movie backwards and forwards, and it'll be the same movie. But yeah, the directing is a little suspect, in my opinion, just for how it is structured. So a hot pocket score there. Acting, I do have to say, I think Kingsley Ben-Adir did a great job with this role. I think he did a pretty good Bob Marley role, and I just looked it up, and apparently Ziggy Marley did approve of Kingsley Ben-Adir in this role, so that's awesome. He did a pretty good job. One thing that I just have to say is I got dizzy every time there was a performance on stage because of how Bob Marley would perform. It's not a critique with the movie, it just left me dizzy because, oh my god, he just spun in circles so many times. Whew. But besides the point, acting, I'll give a hand grenade score. And so expectations and experience, it was a wonderful experience as we were the only people in the theater, and so we got to sing along and not feel bad and make random jokes, because a lot of this movie made for really good jokes about Dune 2, so we had a good time. But yeah, other than that, I think that this is a certified Hot Pocket movie. It's a movie that you should check out at least once, but you probably won't be rewatching it super often unless you were a huge Bob Marley fan. But yeah, if you enjoyed, leave a like, comment down below if you've seen the movie or not, and subscribe if you haven't already. And other than that, I'll leave you guys to it.